Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. So today we're going to be doing something with neon pigments. Excuse if you can see neon pigment anywhere on me or anything like that. I've just done a video with them and I'm basically just using them again like while they're out. So I'm going to be using this neon purple one from Home of Nail Art, which is sending my camera absolutely crazy. This is the colour of it. It's a beautiful purple and I've already painted the colour of my the base colour. Basically we're going to be using this to create an ombre, and then what I'm going to do after that is we're going to do a bit of nail art on top of it, so it's not completely plain, but I just wanted to show you how to do an ombre with pigments. So basically I'm going to be using, let me just find it, Make It Velvet from Gel Perfection, and we're just going to pop a coat of the velvet top coat over this base colour. So I'm going to do that, and then we're only going to half cure. I don't know why, so don't ask, but it seems to just last a lot better when it's on a half cured velvet top coat instead of fully cured. So we half cure, apply our pigment, get the blend how we want it, and then we'll cure it for the rest of the time. So either way, you want to make sure that you cure all your products for the full time. So once I've done that, I'm going to pop that into the lamp for 30 seconds because the full cure of this product would, I've just dropped it. It seems alright, it's fine. It's not alright. I've just dropped it in the lamp and then looked at it far too long, so it's all bubbled already. So I'm just going to wipe that over and just do it again. But yeah, so I'm just half curing, so 30 seconds. So you want to make sure that your application is nice and thin, because if it's too thick and you only half cure it, basically what just happened will happen again. I basically dropped this. I should have showed you it before I wiped it away, but I dropped it in the lamp and then took it straight out, but the lamp had already turned on, so it had already begun, I don't know what the word is, but it had already started curing it basically, but not enough for it to actually have stuck to the nail, so it started bubbling away. So instead of just leaving it in there and hoping that it didn't get too bubbly, I've just took it out and removed that layer. I'm just going to do another one now, and then I will pop it back in and put it in without throwing it this time. There we go. So I'm going to do that on both the nails, only half curing like I just said, and then we're just going to do some nice easy animal print on top of these two nails. So we're going to do zebra on one and then leopard print on the other, just to mix it up a little bit. I did get the inspiration from this off Pinterest, just to let you know. There we go. So I'm just going to pop that in for 30 seconds as well. The first one's now coming out, so popping that in. So this is what we're left with. So I'm going to be using this fluffy, it's actually an eyeshadow brush, which is a cheap one from Amazon. I'm going to be using that, and I'm also going to be using my tubby brush from Tia's Beauty, which I'm going to show you now. I just need to clean it off because it's got some orange on it, but this is what this one looks like. So I'm going to be using this at the very tip of the nail, like the very free edge, because I can pack on the product with this one. Then I'm going to use the fluffier one as we get further up the nail to create the blend, because we don't obviously want a really thick layer up here. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to get some of this in my lid. So I'm just going to tap it to break it a bit. And we don't need a lot at all. It seems to be coming at the top, which is really confusing. So I'm just going to turn it around and just, there we go. So just going to tap it around in the lid a little bit just to break it up so there's not huge particles. And then, like I said, I'm packing the product on at the free edge area. But then as soon as I've done that stage and we've got far enough up, and then just going to tap the nail to get all the excess off, and that's when I'm going to go into my fluffy brush. So I'm just going to get that into there and then tap it on something. So we've got some on there but not a lot, and that's when we can start blending it out and creating that seamless blend. I need some more on there. Tapping it off, don't want all that excess, and then taking it higher up the nail. Again, going to get a bit more, but tap it off, and then taking it up the nail. Super easy to do this with a really fluffy brush. Makes it much easier than packing loads and loads of product on and then having to blend it out. So that's that one. Super easy, and you can see how seamless that blend is. You can't see where the two colours meet, which is obviously what we're going for. So I'm going to pop that into the lamp for a full cure now. And then we're going to do the same thing again. So I'm getting my tubby brush, which has got lots of product on it, packing that on at the bottom, taking that up, and then using my other brush with not a lot of product on it to take that up further and create the blend. Obviously it does help when you use colours that blend nicely. It's very difficult no matter what method you use to blend two opposite colours, but this is how I like to do it. Just off the excess, I'm going to pop that into the lamp for a full cure. So obviously that full cure, by full cure I mean just the other 30 seconds for that top coat, because that's all we're curing at the moment. And then once it comes out of the lamp, we can go on to the next step. Just getting rid of my pigment before I make loads of mess with it all over myself. So once I've done that, like I said, we're going to be doing some leopard print. So leopard print and zebra prints. I've already got some black on my palette from a set that I've just done. I'm just going to pop a little bit more down because there's not that much left. It looks like a lot, but there's not. It's just because there's a black palette underneath. I'm just going to pop a little bit more because we're going to need more than what's on there. And before I do this, I'm actually going to apply a base coat to the nail because we want to make sure actually... No, yeah. I'm going to apply a base coat to the nail, so I want to make sure that it's nice and smooth before I do anything basically on top of it, because if you apply anything straight to pigment, if you mess up and you want to remove the problem that you've created, it's very difficult when there's pigment on there. So I'm basically just doing the base coat at the top half of the nail first where there's no pigment, and then making sure I've got quite a lot of product on my brush before I do the bottom half, because this part can ruin what you've just done if you get too much on your brush and start spreading it around. So you want to make sure there's enough on there. There we go. And then if you can see any on your brush, you need to make sure you get that off before you pop it back in to your bottle. But you can't really see the purple on camera, which is really annoying, but it's much more obvious like in person. Very frustrating, but never mind. So we're going to pop that in the lamp. And then again, I'm just going to do the top half of the nail first. And then make sure I've got enough on my brush to do all of the bottom area without having to keep going in and out of my bottle. And then you're less likely to contaminate your bottle as well. And again, check my brush, make sure there's nothing on it. I'm absolutely fine, but if there was, I'd just make sure I'd wiped it off on something before I put it back in the bottle. Then when that comes out, like I said, we are going to be doing some animal print. So I'm going to be using the, not that one, this brush to do my zebra print, which is the bestie brush from Erin's collection. And I'm going to be using a dotting tool to do my, just some cheapy ones from Shein or Amazon or wherever they're from, to do my leopard print. So once they've been into the lamp, I'm then just going to bring them back out again. This one I'm going to do leopard print on, so I'm just going to use the small end of my dotting tool, get some product on there, and then I'm just going to apply some shapes to create my leopard print. I'm going to do that just on the free edge area along here. Pop some dots to fill in any gaps. And once I've done that, I'm going to pop it back into the lamp. And then this one, I'm going to do the leopard print on the very free edge. Sorry, that was leopard print. The zebra print on the very free edge this time. So I'm just going to get some polish all the way through my brush, and I'm just going to create my zebra effect. Zebra I actually find is like the most easiest sort of design to do, because it's basically just a load of lines and squiggly lines like that as well, which makes it much easier to do because you have to, oh gosh, you can't even see, you can't even like you don't even have to worry about making sure they're like perfect or anything, because basically a zebra's, what's it called, Basically, I'm just trying to say that zebra print isn't perfect, so you don't need to worry. Just making sure it goes right up to the edge so it doesn't look random. And then I'm going to do one more just about here. I'm going to pull that across that one and down the side here. I'm going to leave that like that, pop it in the lamp, and then I'm swapping back to this one while that one's in. I'm just going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to do leopard print up this bit this time. I'm going to start about here, pull it down, get rid of the excess off my brush, and then pull through that product there. And then I'm going to start down here, pull it above that line that I've just created. Do the same this end. Making sure that goes off the end again. And then I'm going to do one here. Just pushing down when my brush touches that middle area because that's the thicker part of the design. And then I'm just going to put another one here, just a little one. And then here, I'm just going to do one just above there and then just down to here. And I'm going to leave that like that. I'm going to pop it in the lamp. And then while that's in, I'm going to do leopard print in the same sort of way on this one. I'm going to do a dot here, a dot there, just to fill in the gaps, and then once I've done that, I'm so sorry, once I've done that I'm going to pop it in the lamp, super simple and easy. And then once that is done, I'm going to top coat. Definitely should have picked better colours for this video because you can't actually see where the blend is, which obviously is sort of the point because we wanted to go for a nice, like, completely seamless blend, which we did get. It's that seamless you can't actually see the two colours. But I definitely should have picked two colours that don't blend quite as well so you could have saw it better. But that's that nail. And that is that one. Super cute. Annoying that you can't see the blend, but never mind, at least we've got a design out of it. And that's how I'm leaving this design, like super quick and easy. So I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to top coat them and then show you what they look like at the end. So here is the finished look. I really like how they turned out, and you'll just have to trust me that the blend is beautiful because obviously you can't really see it on camera, which is really frustrating. But honestly, this is just the best, what's it called, goodness sake, technique to do ombre, I find, like with pigments and stuff. So definitely give it a go. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back with another video soon. Bye.